In this presentation, we're going to be discussing speed graphs and calculating speed. To begin with, here are the different speed graphs. You have a distance time graph and a speed time graph. To determine what type of graph you have to look at the axes. The y-axis is going up and down vertically, and the x-axis is going horizontal across. This first graph here on the y-axis, you can see it says distance. On the x-axis, it says time. This is a distance time graph. The one next to it on the y-axis, it says speed. On the x-axis, it says time. This is a speed time graph. To show constant speed on a distance time graph, you're going to see a line that goes up or outwards and up, like here, this straight line going up or upwards and out. These straight lines going upwards indicate a constant speed on a distance time graph. To show constant speed on a speed time graph, you're going to see a flat horizontal line. Please take note that the flat horizontal line must be above the zero interval. So a flat horizontal line that shows a constant speed on a speed time graph. Next, to show stationary or not moving on a distance time graph, you're going to see a flat horizontal line, similar to the line we just saw. But on a distance time graph, this flat horizontal line indicates stationary or not moving. To show stationary or not moving on a speed time graph, you're going to see a flat horizontal line at the zero interval. So this indicates 0 miles an hour, or 0 miles per second. No movement, stationary. To show an increase in acceleration or speed, an increase in speed on a distance time graph, you're going to see this half curve, kind of like a smiley face, going up. But it's going to be a curve, not a straight line. It's a curve to show an increase in speed on a distance time graph. To show an increase in speed on a speed time graph, you're going to have a line going straight up. No curve, just straight up. This shows an increase in speed on a speed time graph. Lastly, we have to show a decrease in speed on a distance time graph. You're going to have this half curve going downwards. On a distance time graph, to show a decrease in speed, you're going to have this downwards curve. On a speed time graph, to show a decrease in speed, you're going to have this line going down. These are the different types of speed graphs. Now that you know the different types of speed graphs, I'm going to show you how to determine the speed from looking at a graph. So, for this question, for this graph, we want to determine the speed that this vehicle is going at 15 seconds. At 15 seconds, we want to determine the speed that this vehicle is traveling. So the first thing we need to do is pull our formula. Our formula to calculate speed is going to be S equals distance over time, or D over T. So now let's go back to our graph. We want to figure out our speed of the vehicle at 15 seconds. So we're going to plug our information into our formula. So we have here we know our time is going to be 15 seconds. So our time is going to be 15 seconds. And at 15 seconds, our distance is also 15 centimeters. So now we have 15 divided by 15, and that's going to equal a speed of 1. So our speed on this graph at 15 seconds is 1 centimeter per second. So the first thing you're going to do when trying to calculate or determine a speed from looking at a graph, you're going to find your formula, your speed formula. S equals distance over time. Then you're going to plug your information in. Get your distance from your y-axis, get your time from your x-axis, plug them in, and divide.